And Abraham of the Old Testament followed the Lord's command, "Go forth from your country and from your relatives and from your father's house to the land which I will show you." This memoir is a tribute to another Abraham, the late Archbishop Abraham Viruthakulangara, who likewise followed the Lord's command and left his homeland in Kerala, journeying to central India to live zealously his missionary call until his last breath in 2018.
Archbishop Abraham Viruthakulangara was born on 5th June 1943 in Kalara in Kottayam, Kerala, to Mr. Lucas and Mrs. Tracy Amma Viruthakulangara. He was the fourth of 9 siblings. He completed his schooling from NSS High School, Kalara, while a seminarian in the Diocese of Indore secured a BA in Hindi from Sagar University, MP, and received formation in philosophy and theology from the St. Charles Seminary, Nagpur, his alma mater, which sooner than later he would preside over as Archbishop of Nagpur. Archbishop Abraham Viruthakulangara was ordained a priest on October 28, 1969, following which he served as an assistant in the Sendua mission and later as a parish priest in the Pandarnia mission in Indore Diocese. He was an effective pastor, simple in his ways, always radiating the love and compassion of Christ, particularly among the Gond tribals, who in turn loved him very much. Within 8 years of priestly ministry, Father Abraham Viruthakulangara reached the fullness of priesthood. At the age of 34, he was appointed by Saint Pope Paul VI to be Bishop of the newly erected Diocese of Khandwa in MP. He was consecrated on July 13, 1977. He was the youngest prelate in India, also having the distinction of being the 100th bishop of the Indian Catholic hierarchy, which is established since 1886. Bishop Swami, as Archbishop Abraham loved to be called, served the Diocese of Khandwa for 21 long years with humility, fervor, and dynamism. The diocese witnessed growth in leaps and bounds and attained a missionary identity under his leadership. Bishop Swami had a heart of service for people from all walks of life. He particularly identified himself with the local people, especially the poor, who were his main concern. He would travel to the far-flung areas of the diocese to witness at first hand their struggles, and being a strong believer in empowering them, he initiated the establishment of several new missions and educational institutions for their benefit. He made frequent visits to the sick and would spend time comforting the members of the sorrowing families. In fact, he is considered to be the most traveled prelate in India. Bishop Swami was always at the forefront for inter-religious dialogue, helping build bridges with people of different faiths. His public speeches were challenging and transforming. In fact, during one of her visits to Khandwa, Saint Mother Teresa herself was enthralled by his ease of the local language. It was his linguistic ability coupled with his enthusiasm for mission, simplicity, and humility that helped foster harmonious relationships, especially with the people of other faiths. Not only did he have a special concern and love for the youth, but in many ways, he was like a youth himself. Owing to his repeated requests to the members of the Catholic Bishop Conference of India, CBCI, a new commission for the youth was established in 1986, over which he presided as its very first chairman. On January 17, 1998, Bishop Abraham Viruthakulangara was appointed Archbishop of Nagpur and was installed on April 22, 1998. And for the next 20 years, until his eternal departure in 2018, Archbishop Abraham would initiate so many significant undertakings that it should be stressed upon that facts mentioned in this tribute are but very little of a much more comprehensive list. A believer of service first to the church, Archbishop Abraham's primary act was to meet the shortage of priests. During his time as Archbishop of Nagpur, he established a minor seminary and ordained 36 priests for the Archdiocese of Nagpur. And being a lover of the church in India, he courageously took audacious stands on several significant issues which affected the church, often intervening in national meetings with invincible arguments and sound advice. Further, he invited 53 religious congregations of men and women to give thrust to the missionary activities of the Archdiocese of Nagpur. In time, he even generously offered an office building for the CCBI Commission for Women at Nagpur. Archbishop Abraham served as President of the Western Region Bishops' Council from 1998 to 2004, as the chairperson of the Western Region Social Apostolate, was a member of the governing body of St. John's National Academy of Health Sciences, Bangalore, and of Caritas, India. He was the first ecclesiastical advisor 2008-2018 for the Jesus Youth Movement and was instrumental in getting the recognition and pontifical approval for the Jesus Youth Movement in 2016. He often quoted, "I am a Jesus Youth." True to his missionary calling, Archbishop Abraham was the very first person to contribute to the Communio and to simultaneously initiate a collection of contributions from the bishops amidst a CBCI meeting during which the idea of Communio was being conceived.
Archbishop Abraham Viruthakulangara was a priest for 49 years and a bishop for 41 years. He remained true to his motto, radiating Christ's light. He loved Christ. He loved the Church. He loved the Eucharist. He loved the Church in India. He loved his priests as a compassionate father. He loved the poor as his own. He loved people from all walks of life. He loved his family. On April 16, 2018, during the priests' get-together for the Easter blessing of the Archbishop's house, Archbishop Abraham, for the last time, publicly emoted both joy and tears. Deeply moved by Reverend Father Vignandas's overwhelming words of love and gratitude for him, tears equally streamed down the Archbishop's face. It was to be the last manifestation of how much Archbishop Abraham loved his priests as a spiritual father. He also played for the last time his favorite bus game. No one present in that hall had imagined that this would be the last time they would see a joyful and fun-loving Archbishop Abraham. 3 days after which he would depart to his eternal home to be with the Lord. A man of deep faith and spirituality.
A man of principle and discipline.
A man of dialogue and communion. A man of sympathy and empathy.
A man of simplicity and humility.
Archbishop Abraham Viruthakulangara, the man loved by all, took his final breath in his sleep early Thursday morning on April 19, 2018 at the CBCI Delhi. On April 23, 2018, mourners came in large numbers to the SFS Church in Mohannagar, Nagpur, from far and beyond to pay their last respects to their beloved Archbishop with an outpouring of prayers and tears. Archbishop Abraham Viruthakulangara, thank you for being a zealous missionary who unwaveringly followed the Lord's command. You never left a stone unturned, and although you have passed into eternity, you continue to stand tall as a remarkable legacy.